Hey YouTube, I'm back with another video. I'm back, y'all. That's right. This time I'm on Ty Live. Welcome to Ty Live. This is my new channel. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I want to thank everybody for their support. Alright, thank you very much for coming over to my channel, checking out my videos. I appreciate it so much. So today's my first video. Today's gonna be my first video. I'm gonna give you guys an update on how my little break went. When I took a break when my in-laws came to town a couple weeks ago, and let you kind of know what happened nutritionally. So I decided, for any of those who didn't see the first video, I decided I was gonna take a break. Alright, so I've been eating chicken, protein, stuff like that. Just gotta stay fit, gotta stay fresh. So I've been eating that for the better part of a year, and I decided that I would take a weekend with my in-laws and I would eat whatever I wanted. Whatever I wanted, anything I wanted, I was gonna eat it, and that's exactly what I did. Now I told you it was gonna be a weekend or a week. So I didn't let myself get past Wednesday, alright? I had a great time, I ate a lot of things. Let me just tell you, like, I destroyed some, you know what, destroyed is not even the word. I annihilated some things. I ate jelly beans. I love Starburst jelly beans, by the way. They are phenomenally delicious. I don't know if you can get them year round. I bought it around the time Easter was there. I hope that I can get them year round, but if I did, I'd probably be taking more breaks. I had some chocolate juniors. I told you about that. I had some Oreos. Basically, whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted it, I ate it. I ate so much that at one point, I was actually regretting taking a break. And so to console myself, I ate a little bit more. That's right. That's right. I had some more cookies and cream ice cream. It was delicious. When I was feeling down about how much food I was eating, all I did was make room for more. All right? Because you know what? I was going to take a little break, and I deserved my break. Now, I know some people said, hey, Ty, don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to regret it. I wanted to treat myself, right? I'm not just losing weight not to live life. I'm losing weight to live life, but I'm going to live life more responsibly. So when it comes down for my breaks, I'm going to destroy some things, and I know it. And I know I'm going to put some weight on. Did I put some weight on? Now I'm sure it's the next question. Ty, did you put any weight on? You bet I put some weight on. I was eating everything, all right? So I put on some weight. I got larger. It was noticeable. It was noticeable very quickly. Just in my stomach. Just in my stomach. So, Ty, how much weight did you gain? So I'll be honest, all right? On the scale, I gained about 18 pounds, okay? 18 pounds. Now, I know that you guys was, oh my gosh, 18 pounds in 4 days. Let's just say, look, the food that I was indulging in, okay, didn't have a lot of fiber. So things were going in a lot quicker than they were coming out. All right, so I got a little bloated, right? Had a lot of salt, calzone, a lot of good stuff, right? So I was retaining some water. I retained a little bit of water, a little bit of bloat, I'm not gonna lie. So I got up to like 180 pounds, right? From like 162. Now, I'm sure you're probably thinking I'm crazy. Right? Crazy. I worked so hard to lose all this weight. Why would I turn around and add 18 pounds back in? All right. But let me tell you, I told you what my plan was going to be. The plan for me was to indulge and then go right back to what I was to strip out whatever I gained. And that's exactly what I did. So starting Thursday, I went right back to eating my chicken, my protein bars, and I started stripping the weight back off. Now, let me tell you what the biggest challenge was. All right. The biggest challenge. So discipline in and of itself is tough. What's tougher is that your taste buds change. I kid you not. A taste bud transformation took place because I hadn't eaten a lot of sugary foods in the better part of a year, as I've said multiple times. I even tried some of my wife's Oops All Berries. By the way, I love Oops All Berries. Oops All Berries is one of the best cereals in the world. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm thinking about during my next break, I'm going to buy 2 boxes of Oops All Berries because it's so delicious. If you haven't had Oops All Berries, you got to try some. Oops All Berries by Captain Crunch. All right, so I had some of her cereal, right? Some of which she knew about, some of which she didn't know about, right? But it was absolutely delicious. But it's sugary, all right? It's very sugary. It messes with your taste buds. So things that you had that you thought was sweet, like my protein bar started tasting real sweet after about a year. You know, you're used to the sugar alcohols. It's not as much sugar that's in other foods, like Swiss cake rolls, especially in a bowl of milk, all right? It's a different taste. So when I went back to the sugary stuff, my taste buds were like, oh, this is sugar. This is phenomenal. This tastes great. All right, so I was slamming stuff for like 3 days. It was great. Anything I wanted, ate it. I go back on Thursday to eat my chicken and my protein bars. I have my protein bars, and the protein bar that used to be good is back to being horrible. It tastes like cardboard. It didn't taste sweet, and it was rough. So I was like, oh man, what did I do? Hopefully I didn't start back on square one. But I stayed the course. I stayed the course and decided, you know what? I'm going to keep going. I decided I would stick to my plan. I'm going to stick to my plan and strip all this off. And it's probably been, what, 2 weeks? I think it's been about 2 weeks, right? A little 2-week update. And I'm happy to say it worked. All right. I had a great time. I destroyed any food that I wanted. It worked. I'm essentially back down to where I was. Realistically, I'm about 166. 166, 165 right now. So about a 2-3 pound difference, or a 3-4 pound difference. So while it is a weight increase, at the same time, my body fat percentage is going down, which is really what I'm looking for. I'm not so worried about the scale. I just want to make sure I continue to drop body fat. Now, I'm not going to lie. After hitting 18 pounds, I was a little discouraged. Okay? I was a little discouraged. I was like, oh man, I got to make sure I stick to the plan. So to encourage myself, I just took a little scalecation. Now, I told you beforehand, scalecations are important. Take the scalecation when you need it. Take a little break. 18 pounds is a little scary. Take the break. Stop weighing yourself and work hard, right? As long as you put in the work, you know it's going to fix itself. And for me, it did. So I know what you're thinking. Ty, now that you know what happened, would you do it all over again? Absolutely. Absolutely. Not only would I do it all over again, I'm going to do it all over again. Probably last week in July. It's Gabe's birthday. Gabriel has a birthday in July. I gotta have me some cake. How can I not have some cake? You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna pay for him to have cake if I can't have no cake. It's a family affair. We all gonna have cake. So I'm definitely gonna make sure I take a break the last week in July. That's just the way I do it. All right. So that being said, I'll take some time to recover from that. Take some time to recover from that, and then my anniversary. Anniversary comes around. I gotta indulge. I gotta treat my baby. Treat my baby to some good food. What am I not gonna have good food? I'm not eating protein bars and chicken for our anniversary. So that's pretty much it. Experiment over. It's done for this time. Alright, so if you're like me, and sometimes you know you just need a break, take your break. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a break and indulge in what you want. The biggest aspect of it is the discipline to get right back to where you were. Right now I knew I'd gain 18 pounds. It's a slippery slope. I said, you know what? I'm going to stop earlier than I was going to because the food kind of changed. It changed the way it tasted. There were some things that I hyped up in my head that weren't as good as I remembered them to be. So I was like, you know what? Let me just jump back into what I'm doing. Keep putting in work because I was happy in the direction I was going. So let me just do that. But when you decide to take a break, and I encourage you to, right? Because all that hard work, you deserve to take a break. When you do take a break, there's a couple things that you should know, okay? So make sure you take a break. Put a time limit on it, all right? Put a time limit on it and go all out, right? Justify for yourself that you're going to go all out and enjoy it. The other part is you have to be disciplined enough to stop. You got to be disciplined enough to stop. And the only way to do that, at least for me, the way that I found that works for me, is that I need to know that if I'm going to eat that extra bowl of Oops All Berries, it has to be the last bowl. I can't have another bowl. Even though it's in the pantry. It's in the pantry right now. If you don't believe me, I'll show you. I've taken it to the pantry before. You know I'm not afraid to take it to the pantry. It's in there. It's in there. But it's just a restraint to make sure you ain't going to eat it. All right? So, and then the last thing is taste bud transformations. They transform. I don't know how they do it. They do. It just happens. So be careful. Don't get hooked on the stuff that you used to get hooked on. When you go back to eating the not so good stuff, right? And I don't eat veggies. I still do V8 Concord grape and raspberry. It's delicious. That didn't change. Going back to eating healthy, it's important to understand that things that tasted good may not taste as good. At least for a while, all right? And then it comes back. So the protein bars now taste as delicious as they used to, right? I'm back. I'm back. My taste buds are back. It's great. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you for coming on over to Ty Live. I'll continue to make videos. Once again, you'll continue to see me on my wife's channel, Natural Me 4C. We're going to have a great time. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you guys soon in another video. Thanks for watching Ty Live.